Can't all play nice. I might be able to get a... Of course, I was about to say I might be able to get a shallow socket on him, but I don't have a U-joint. I do have... Got my flexible extension here. We'll see. That's not going to be on it enough. I think that's just breaking my extension, so give up on that one. It's starting to cool off a little bit. I guess ahead of this storm. What else can we screw around with? Because this header bolt right here isn't going to play nice. Those original plugs? I don't know if those would be originals with the green on them or not. Someone more knowledgeable than myself might be able to say. I don't want to break another 1/4-inch drag ratchet doing stupid things. Not right now, anyway. Let's see if we can get the distributor out of there. Get you pointed, hopefully, the right direction. Trying to figure out my best course of action here. This is... We don't want to hurt our plug wires. This is a steel line for the, it's just vacuum for the transmission modulator. It goes back to the transmission. We'll see if we can just rip that off of there. Yeah, not one to play nice. So I should be able to just cut through the vacuum line. I can find where trying to find the end of this thing. Still haven't found it. Somewhere right about there. We'll just bend that guy out of the way. This is pretty cool. Still got the hard vacuum line for the Advanced too. Toss him over there on the spare parts pile. I don't have a distributor wrench. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe. Down in there is the bolt for the distributor. I'll buy him a new dipstick if he's worried about that one. I know I'm not. Here's another anchor. This is where the correct tools for the job really do come in handy. Let's see if we've got a wrench. I have a 15 wrench. I don't know if everybody get a good angle or not. Maybe. Yeah, that's already pretty loose. Cool. Usually you don't want them down torque down too much, because you need to be able to move the distributor to adjust your timing and whatnot. I can't get the ratcheting end to sit flush in there. This bolt shouldn't be too awful long. Yeah, it's already finger tight anyway. Hello, bee. There is all sorts of bees. There's like these black, like paper wasps, and stripy wasps. Saw a couple yellow jackets. Distributor's acting stuck in there. And of course I just shook up all the bees. You know, a little PG blaster or something would go a long way. I didn't think that far ahead. Also don't really feel good today, so whatever. See if we can get the carburetor off. To me, it looks like this truck got I'm pretty sure the truck was lifted, but as far as the engine, you know, what we've got left and can actually see here, this engine, like I said before, I don't think the valve covers have ever been off of it. Of course, you can see it's all kind of rusty, crusty looking, just from sitting back here. It's probably just condensation in the engine that's got it a little stuck. That's why I'm not to the point where, oh, this isn't the engine to rebuild or anything like that. So. This truck, the reason it's not together as a K5 Blazer, I don't think there was a title to it. Even if there was, there wasn't enough Blazer left for it to ever live again. That's off. I'm going to see if I can disconnect the choke spring. I'll probably just leave that on the intake. Because without getting an impact driver on it, smacking it with a hammer, I don't think that's going to play nice. We got throttle return springs. That come in handy. Throttle cable's actually still hooked up. We should be able to get that off of there at least. Yeah. Alright, throttle cable's disconnected. I'm not worried about saving any of this, but I don't want to destroy anything if I can save it. This little clip that's holding this up here. There we go. Clip is off. We'll disconnect that little choke spring. And I'm going to pop the clip back on there so he doesn't get lost. Let's take the PCV valve out. Of course, the vacuum line that would go to the booster is still has the little bracket there. Alright, now that that's off, look, and we do have signs of moisture. But I don't think it's been soaked. If anything, could just be condensation from the carburetor. Just kind of running on in there. Now that I can get a better hold of the distributor, let me see if I can. Alright, we are moving. Yeah, there we go. Just want to make sure you can see. Yeah. That's nasty. So, the oil in the engine, I don't see any water in it, but the oil in it is old. So, it's possible it went a long time without being changed. Things of that nature. I'm going to walk around to this other side. I'm just going to undo the plug wires, and we'll take the whole tune-up out in one piece. See if we can get away with it. I do want to save these wires. I'm not using this style HEI setup. I'm going to have to go a little bit newer, I guess, with the newer style spark control and all for the throttle body stuff. Grab my screwdriver. I've just got to unplug the ignition coil here. I already got the power wire off. Oh. Never mind, that was a brain fart there. Alright, well, so yeah, fun fact, if you're working on a 75 Nova and a 75 K5 Blazer frame with a small block Chevy in it, you may have to move the body a little bit to get your distributor out. So he's just going to be fine there. Get our plug wires out of the way. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just leave them like that. There's some of our cooling system. That is, okay, yeah, this is like an aluminum or pot metal thermostat housing, and I've seen that happen on stuff, pretty much anything aluminum. The coolant turns into like, I don't know, it's like forbidden green rock candy. I'm going to remove the factory baling wire holding the master cylinder to the exhaust header. That was, I think it was an option. He's out of the way. We'll leave the dipstick on. I guess, let's see if we can get the headers off to this side. I think they're 7/16. Huh, I remembered right. That's new. I'm surprised. I know I'll regret saying this. I'm surprised this thing hasn't fought more as far as, you know, bolts wanting to come off and that sort of thing. I'm surprised it's not all just rusted on. It's rusty and crusty. There's a ton of crap up in the, I think that was a honeybee. I don't think that was a yellow jacket. That's at least 4 types of bees I've seen. Anywho, ow. I've just stabbed myself with one of those little tabs sticking off of the valve cover. So, we'll add that to the list of possible uses. The spark plug keepers, and then wire keepers, I mean, and then just stab the next person to work on it. Probably the first one, but you never know. See, this header, I can get all but one bolt out. Well, I've still got a couple bolts to go, so I'm going to change that to I can get 2 all but one. Dang, this is a whole bee festival over here. Alright, we made some good progress. Let me see if I can find that 7/16 wrench I had that I probably just threw back in the pile because I wasn't thinking that I needed it again. Found him. Let me get back over here and see if I can round this one off. Oh yeah, that's a terrible angle. It moved. Wow. I would have lost money on that bet. Yeah, the last header bolt on this side came loose. See if I can get the header out of here. That'll be another feat. I'll just leave that over here. Don't see signs of a ton of water in the exhaust. Not on this side anyway. Yeah, these, I guess, are original AC Delco spark plugs. I don't know how well you can see. That oil is, it's a little dark. So, definitely overdue for an oil change. That's fine. There's probably a right way to do that. Or something. I don't know. Let's make sure we did in fact round this one off. Oh, yeah. Yep. Alright, that one's not going to play nice. I'll have to find a U-joint and try and get to that later. I'm going to see what I can do with this one more time, this alternator bolt. Just don't like letting the bolts win. If we break it off and we can get it off of the block, then cool. She's on there good. This is not the right way to do this, or recommended or anything, but there's our breaker bar. You just get a little more leverage on it. And it's moving, but it's going to twist off. That's not actually unthreading, I don't think. Yep. We just broke it right off there, which is fine. We don't need the bolt. Okay, maybe that's not fine, because now this is not going to come off now. We'll get it with the grinder. Like I said, I'm not super worried, because the bolt is spinning in the head. And I don't need anything attached to it. I may not even use those heads, I don't know. Now that this alternator is going to be conveniently, permanently in the way, see if we can get the water pump off. Oh boy. Man, it's a really good thing we have a bolt lodged in a socket that we'll probably need again. That is just too cool. What's even better is I lost the ratchet. Did y'all see where I set the ratchet down? Because I got no idea. There's my 1/4" drive ratchet. I'm not holding it. We'll just use the backup. It'll turn up eventually. pump doesn't sound the greatest. I'm gonna have to rewatch this video to figure out what in the world I did with that stupid ratchet. I have no clue. That water pump bolt came loose pretty easily, so the rest of them are gonna fight. Nope, not that one. We got some wind coming in, it's cooling off again. I think the storm clouds I was seeing earlier, it looks like they might have gone around us.